A very good evening to all of you all, and it's really nice to see you. So, before we begin, there are a few announcements that I would like to share. First thing, please make sure you place your t-shirt orders before the 25th, and there will be no orders accepted after that. Also, make sure you deposit as soon as possible and fill the form accurately so that we know who have made the payment and to whom we should deliver the t-shirts. So with that, let me welcome you all again to the last and final session of Project 100 Storytellers. It's really nice to see many of our delegates working with us throughout these past 3 weeks, showing their enthusiasm and making this event a success. Also, at this point of time, I would like to remember our partners who have given us great support to make this event a success. Special thanks to our goal partner, the Chartered Institute of Marketing, our media partner, Articulate Asia, and our platform partner, Curve Private Limited. With that, I hope we can move to the session. Before I introduce the speaker tonight, I would like to remind the delegates the fact that the speaker we have tonight is one of the keynote speaker from the induction day who delivered one of the most interesting sessions of this series. Let me welcome Mr. Indikap Safar, the Chief Operating Officer of International Medical Campus and the Senior Lecturer of Entrepreneurial Studies. The delegation is yours.
Hi guys, can you hear me out?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. So let me just adjust my camera. There you go. Thank you very much for having me here. And it's really exciting to be in the last session. I wanted to actually skip this or probably change it to a different date. And I was told that it's the last session, and if you can do it, it's great. So I'm basically quite not well in terms of, I hope it's not Corona, but I'm just having a cold, and the cold has just ruined my voice and things like that. So I hope that won't bother you in the next 50 to 60 minutes. Right. To start this, guys, let me just tell you a background about Creativity Infinite. Creativity Infinite is something which I teach my colleagues, my students, and whoever who comes into whatever the forums I am in, is techniques to understand that the matter of creativity doesn't have a full stop. There is basically no way of someone running out of ideas. What's the mode of taking ideas and multiplying into unlimited ideas? So I want all of you guys to pay keen attention. I'll ask a couple of questions. To answer the questions, I don't know how does it work here. You can use the mic or you can type in your answers. Just be along with me in the next 60 minutes so that you can follow up what I'm going to say. I'm so excited, Shayan, to go with this. A question to all those guys following ISAC. A question is, you want to send your CV to your employer who can be in Unilever, who can be at Nestle, who can be at Singer, who can be at Dialogue. Tell me, how would you creatively plant your CV to reach the eyes of your employer and you get the attention of your employer, and your employer calls in for an interview. I'll give you less than 30 seconds. Give me an idea right now. Type in whatever you want to say. Remember, you are applying for a company which takes 500 CVs for 3-4 positions, and your CV is one out of that. And you are trying to make your CV utmost creative as much as you can so that it outsmarts those 500 CVs. Do we have an idea of how do we make this to stand out amongst others? Anyone? You can use your mic or you can type in the answers. Okay. Have an elevator pitch. Thank you. Anyone else? Guys, you can type in this side. Anyone else? Isaacers, few more seconds to go. Let's tell a story to pitch the everything on point. Probably first identify what the company wants, and then we'll highlight that points and make my CV design according to their theme. Okay, pretty valid. You guys are going to change all those points. Susanna, if you can elaborate on what do you mean? You guys should or will change all those in the next 60 minutes if you be with me on one of the aspects of Creativity Infinite, right? Formatting the CV letter. Fine. Let's see whether it will work, Ravindra. Okay, time is up, guys. Let's go back into action. Another one more I'll just go through. Pranavi says proper style fonts, something which makes them to have some hope about us. Yes or no? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But make sure that at least that is one out of many things you're going to learn with me today, the next 60-65 minutes. Let's hop on with the picture. This is something which purposely I took to talk to you about, the aspect of creativity. Ronaldo is talk of the town. He's talk of the town. He's in fact endorsed Pepsi. He's in fact endorsed Coke. Like many people he has endorsed. And he is one person who is also anti-carbonated drinks. That's fine. You know what happened on TV. You know that the value of Coke, which is valued in billions, has come down. And everyone was circulating on Facebook, on Instagram. If you were the manager of Coke, what would you do? Guys, it's always your creative thinking which makes you come out of it. I told some of my students, because some of my students asked it from me, I posted the same in my Instagram page. I also discussed this with my students. And I said, like, look, Ronaldo is the most celebrated social media personality of probably all time. No doubt about it. He has the largest amount of followers. Ronaldo, Ariana Grande, and a few others probably are, hitting top 5, top 6. That's no doubt about it. His effect can definitely impact Coke. But remember, Coke is not a baby. Coke is a giant. I always told that. Coke is a giant. For all you marketing students out there, if you are looking at an example of a concept to write about a particular theory, remember that Coke has done everything. They have got screwed up with everything. They have become successful with everything. Every theory in marketing they have tried and practiced somewhere in the last 120 years. They fall into a ditch, they come out of that ditch. Up to date, Coca-Cola has been miserable in many places, but that has not shaken them up. So the only creative thing they can come out with is to come out with water, okay? Water, which can probably promote the same thing. Now, a lot of people saw this very recently and said that, look, Coca-Cola has found the solution based on the ad. No, no, no. No, no, no. Coca-Cola didn't find the solution. Coca-Cola didn't find the solution. Now, Coke found the solution long time back. Long time back. Coke branded water to other branded water, which is done by Coke in different brand names, was actually established long time back. 1-2 years ago, no. 10-15 years ago, no. Even before that. So Coke is ever ready about it. Guys, if everyone in this planet is going to boycott Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola will still survive. They will still survive. But I agree, they will lose. They will decline. They will lose. They will decline. But they will still perform in the market. There is no doubt about it. You need, guys, creativity is one of the many tools which we can use here. Creativity. So let me share you certain things in the corporate world, and I'll give you a model which probably you can use. Then use it for your life, use it for your jobs, use it for the relationships you have, use it for your strengths. If you are a public speaker, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are having something of your own, just use it. Let me give you another example. Can anyone look at this picture and tell me what is the most unique thing which Starbucks ever created? Look at this picture and tell me what is the most unique thing. Exactly, Savit. Exactly. Exactly, Tisal. Now, where is the creativity behind this? Where is the creativity? Taking a cup and writing the name. That's all, or is there something more than that? All your answers are correct. That is the reason. What is the creativity aspect of this? What is the creativity? Do you know that Starbucks' hidden strategy of writing the name is exactly, Ravin, to misspell your name? No, to misspell your name. When you misspell your name, we don't just wait. Guys, on social media, good news travels a long way, or bad news travels, or controversial news travels a long way. The second only happens. When someone has misspelled your name, you would like to take a picture of it and create some hype. And you will tell that, I went to Starbucks today and see how they have misspelled my name. That alone becomes an ad. That alone becomes a campaign. This is creativity. They were not fools to just take out a cup and just write their name. They created a campaign with it right throughout. And there is a funny thing why Starbucks is not in Sri Lanka. It's because of this reason. This is why Starbucks is not in Sri Lanka. Okay, now this is a joke. Okay, this is just a joke, right? That's just a joke. Okay. I'm going to show you a quick slide. Okay, did you see that slide? That color. Did you see the slide I just quickly changed? What did you see? Can someone tell me what did you see? I changed it for a second. you know, to be creative, some people copy and also create a creative image of them. You know, there is also a theory that no harm about it. There is a theory which says no harm about it. You might see this at distance that this is, Starbucks. This is not Starbucks. This is Sattar Baksh. Am I kidding? No. This is actually happening in Pakistan. This is Sattar Baksh. This is basically there. Guys, I will be creative, but if I can't get creativity into me, my creativity aspect is that I take the creativity from someone else. I take it from someone else. That is happening. That is basically, I can give you 150 brands like this. I'm not going to do that now. That's not my intention of today's lessons, but it is something which actually is happening. Let us go into some other examples like Nokia. Do you know what made Nokia successful? Creativity. Do you know what made Nokia out of the market to be forgotten? It is again creativity. Why do people get paid a lot? Creativity. A manager who is creative will get paid a lot than a manager who is not creative. A movie director who is creative will be having a greater demand, therefore better money, than a person who doesn't have. You just see what's the thin line here. What's the thin line? It is mostly something to do with creativity. How do you present yourself? This is in Forbes, one particular poster which says Nokia, 1 billion customers. Guys, the world, when this ad was there, the world had only about 5 billion consumers, 5 billion people around the world. When the world had 5 billion, aching 1 billion, they had only Nokia users. And there was a question, can anyone catch the cell phone king? Today, where is the cell phone king? Today, where is the cell phone king? Anyone knows who is this cricketer? You think creativity stops at only marketing? Creativity is just to counter competition? Guys, no. It took 100+ years of cricket to understand that you can create a shot which will go behind the keeper, because usually there is no one being placed behind the keeper. It's understood. But why wasn't it used? That is why to say, guys, creativity is out there, but we don't use it. How many cricketers before Dilshan has been doing and trying all this? But why didn't we see someone coming out with the Delhi scoop or the scoop? Why? Because creativity was there. No one went and took it. It is there, but no one went and established. Like he created this, there was one cricketer by the name of Javed Miandad, long before Tuan Dilshan or TM Dilshan or Tilakaratna Dilshan, long before him, 20 years ago, Javed Miandad invented a shot called, anyone knows this shot, what he's trying to do? Anyone knows about cricket? Reverse sweep. Very good, Tisal. When everyone knew that there is only something called sweep, and everyone knew Javed Miandad's strength is the sweep, and everyone knew that it was one ball, 4 runs to take. You know what did they do? They placed all the fielders or majority of the fielders towards the right hand side, because Javed Miandad was very strong in his sweep shot. Javed Miandad just thought, if there is something called sweep, why can't there be something called reverse sweep? And he just created the reverse sweep. There onwards, the reverse sweep came, and we are still using it. Creativity is how you basically think like this. This is the range of phones being introduced by Nokia, as you know. Various aspects of mobiles they have come into. They introduced something like a flashlight here. Anyone knows what's the name of this? The beeper, the pager, correct. Today's folks and youngsters, millennials, will get shocked that we used a device just to send a message of a line or two, and that was a greater deal. How do you come out with this? Is, guys, by understanding creativity is infinite. That is what has led us to even future phones which are going to be realistic like this. It's going to be very realistic, virtually realistic, that you will speak to people. Not only that, many things, guys, have changed. I mean, there was a time where this was considered to be the fastest vehicle, but things keep changing. Things have changed so much that superheroes outfits have been changing. You think creativity is easy? It's easy and it's difficult. It took more than 70 years, guys, for Superman to figure out to wear his undies inside. And 25 years, jokes around his undies were circulated in jokes. What's the difference between Superman and Batman? What's the difference between this one and that? Everyone was talking about the undies. And guys, it took some years for directors to understand and saw, well, realistic. You can create a figure like this. Do you think Batman went any cheaper? No. This is how Batman went. What about the Hulk? Guys, everyone keeps evolving. Everyone keeps evolving. There is a time where six-pack was not considered important. Later, six-pack became important. This was Wonder Woman in 1970s, and this was Wonder Woman which evolved. Creativity goes on, guys, in every industry. Would you believe the Joker was this boring in the left-hand side? Would you believe Ninja Turtles was this boring in the left-hand side? Would you believe that Thor was this in the left-hand side? Okay. You know, RoboCop? I don't know what you feel, but according to majority of my students, viewers, the old RoboCop looks better than the new version. I don't know, you might feel so, you might say no, but a lot of people said the old one looks better than the new one. The new one is like, it's too techy. Yeah, exactly. The 1987 one is better. Captain America transformed like this. This is a very famous picture I always use, and I know many of you will know what this is. Can anyone figure this out? That there is a person wearing something like a anti-corona kit and pushing something in this trolley kind of a thing. What is this? Any techies will know. Anyone? 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 Optical disc? No. Hard drive? Tilina, yes, hard drive. Tilina, how many GB do you think this hard drive is? How many GB? 1 MB. I was tricking you guys. It's just a 1 MB. It's just a 1 MB hard drive. You're correct. It's just a 1 MB hard drive. Okay. This is where some people started their companies when they thought they were less creative. I always show this in my creative workshops so that students don't think out too creative, go too much beyond creativity. Do you know that the largest of the largest started very small? Don't lose out your creativity. These are creativity used for various advertisements. I think you guys are not tube lights. You will understand the context of this ad. Now, how do you use this? That is also important. Kalina deval yoda ganna one. Tamange alavi karne sandha. You have to use this, right? There was a professor who thought he would write a book and make people buy it. So he wrote a book like this: What Every Man Thinks About Apart from Sex. This is a real professor. This is his real name, Simo. This is the guy. So he wrote a 200-page book and he sold it in Amazon, and it has been still sold less than £5. And you wouldn't believe that there is absolutely nothing in that book. It's nothing. And the students asked the professor, okay, what should I do with this? He said, use this as your notebook for my lessons. Bring it as your notebook. And he did that. This is really happening. It's really been sold in Amazon. Small creativity, small creativity challenge for all you ISACers. Look at my slide and find the creative gimmick out of it. I repeat, I didn't yet go to the slide. When I go, read it from top to bottom, the entire slide, find what is the creative gimmick in it. Okay, from here. Udda indang palleha venaka. Okay, there is an answer. Exactly. I have showed this probably in some other forums as well. Guys, you are running a coffee shop. Create the World Vanilla Day. Create the World Milkshake Day. You decide on the World Milkshake Day. You decide on it. You don't need Barack Obama to decide on it. You just start it. You just start it. Guys, who started these waves? It's just individual people like you and me who thought this is like this and we started it. You can revolutionize it, right? Okay. This is the creativity of a guy who runs a communication. He wanted people to come to his communication and he said, Facebook profile photo editing. And he charges 1,000 rupees for that. Do you think creativity is only for Unilevers? Only for Coke? Only for Zara? Guys, it is even for beggars in the road. The most creative beggar wins the money. Okay, the most creative beggar wins the money. I have people, guys, who have various strategies of how they used to do begging. But I have seen that the most creative beggar who knows the impulse of the people, they actually can convince people. This is a tuition center which used a very creative poster. I don't have to talk about this now. I think you might know the context. Okay, right? Rangeda, that one. Everyone, Isaacers, look at this. Okay. The picture has not come out properly. The picture has not come out properly. Sorry. Right. Tell me what's the creative impulse on this particular picture? Exactly, Sachin. No, it's not about you. It's 3.75G. Technically, there is 3G, there is 4G. We fooled and hoodwinked people, the gimmick, exactly Tisal, that there is something called 3.5G and 3.75G. So if you take 3.75G, another competitor will come and say 3.85G and get away with it. That's creative. That's creativity, right? This is something which is used by Unilever's Lifebuoy. When two enemies shook hands, political enemies shook hands, the head of North Korea, when they shook hands, Lifebuoy did this. I was talking about the strategies of beggars. Would you believe that beggars use this type of strategy in United States, and people with the most creative strategy in United States at the center of New York, they actually get the best out of this. Which religion cares most? And he has all the religions there. I'm out of jokes telling you, at New York, at the Times Square stretch, from the main Times Square stretch to Madame Tussauds to Empire State, to the stretch of up to where you can see the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty, of course, is in a different section. Up to that stretch is actually a big stretch where a lot of things happen. In that, one of the aspect is that if you are a creative beggar, people will give you a lot of money. So people come out with things like this. When I went there, I saw this, and I saw people scolding Trump. If you're scolding Trump, many people will come and give you money. So it's a strategy of how they basically do this. You know that we had a politician by the name of Chatura. His name is Chatura Senaratne. Soon as Chatura Senaratne was becoming controversially famous, Surf Excel released an ad like this. Okay, pretty, yeah, the ba, that's the one. Yes. Don't misunderstand this picture. Nothing vulgar in this picture. It's just a human being going to eat a burger. Okay, unless your mind, it's all about it, right? Okay, this is a creative ad used by Norwegian Airlines when Brad Pitt got divorced. They said Brad is single. And they took a larger portion of this entire page and they said Brad is single to fly to Los Angeles in Norwegian Airlines. Pretty interesting message, right? A question: who is this? Anyone knows who is this? Anyone? Okay. Wow. I'm impressed. Very good. Thank you. Thank you for the answers. So this is Silver Spencer and Arthur Fry, who actually came out with the post-it notes. One of the basic rules in creativity is that no idea is lesser creative. Every idea is creative. The day you guys become leaders, managers, you guys are in control. If someone in your level or someone below your level comes and gives you an idea, for God's sake, don't throw that idea away. You never know that there are times the most useless ideas have turned out to become the best, or the most useless ideas were the instance to actually change towards the best. You just needed someone to give you a crap idea to develop something out of it. Majority of the organizations in the world, according to the history of what they have been doing, they never came out purposely to create something by purpose. It was always a mistake. It was always a mistake. By mistake, they were doing this and something wrong went accordingly, and that became a success, and ta-da, it's a product. Such is the story behind the post-it notes as well. Most of you would be knowing it. One of them put the amount of glue for a sticker in a lesser level and thought it was useless. And why he needed it? Because he was reciting the Holy Bible in the church and he wanted to paste notes so that when he doesn't want the notes, he will take this off and throw it without the mark sticking there. So he couldn't identify that a sticker is always been stick properly and you can't remove it. So one fine day, some mistake happened in the way they did this, and he created post-it notes. Thanks to him, a useless idea is today, guys, used in a very fruitful way. Okay, right. Anyone knows who this gentleman is? Anyone? We have 106 people here. Anyone knows who this is? Thank you, Sachinta. Thank you. I have got the honor and the privilege to work under him as a trainer in my early days in my career, because I love coaching and training, and I believe this guy is the most highest trainer I could have access from a little country like Sri Lanka, because he used to visit Sri Lanka and he had a training organization called Franklin Covey in Sri Lanka. So I learned quite a few things from him, and one thing I learned in the year 2006, 7, 8 is the way he used to market his books. And I put it in a very funny way. Just don't get me wrong. I'm just telling you how well he created this, not how he fooled people. That's not the idea. Creativity is just thinking out of the box. So in short, he is the person who is very well linked to this particular book. It's called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. So when you see this, people in millions went and bought this until they saw that there was a decline in the books. So the same guy wrote, Stephen R. Covey, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Families. Arakat 7, Mekat 7. Araka effective people, make effective families. The father who bought this book, and the target audience was CEOs. His sessions were very expensive. Target was CEOs. Thank God I was working with him. I was just attending all his workshops free. The people who bought this also thought they have to buy this to have highly effective families. After some time, the decline of the market on books also was happening. So he wanted another trick. So you know that we have a psychological thing on the number lucky 7. You give numbers from 1 to 9 of a pack of cards and quickly show and quickly hide it by keeping number 7 a little prominent. 80% of people might think number 7. Number 7 has just a psychological thing in our minds. So he used these 7 habits and he created another one called the 7 habits of highly effective teens, which you will see now in your screen. The 7 habits of highly effective teens. Now, I am a person who is doing all this and I'm seeing all this. And I'm talking to people like you guys, youngsters, showing about what's currently happening in marketing. And I looked at him and I said, this guy used his son to write 7 habits of highly effective teens. He used to write about 7 habits of highly effective families and 7 habits of highly effective people. Can you tell me which segment did he miss? Can you look at it and tell me which segment did he miss? The 7 habits of highly effective whom? The 7 habits of highly effective whom? Anyone? 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 Wives, women. I predicted the same thing. You know, I predicted the same thing. I went and said, watch and wait. My guru is going to come out with a breakthrough, and you know, all of you guys are going to buy his book. Watch and wait. He's going to come with the 7 habits of highly effective women, and you won't believe what happened. He suddenly did a U-turn. He suddenly, who? Stephen Covey did a U-turn. He did not write 7 habits of highly effective women. He didn't write that book. And I was waiting for that book. And he didn't write that book. And that is creativity infinite. You just break the creativity of the people and people will respect you for that. Ta-da! He gave a book called The 8th Habit. Now where to run now? He gave 7 habits, 7 habits. Suddenly he's saying 8th habit. I did not have a place to hide my head when I saw this book. Okay, I was shocked. He wrote one entire book for that one habit, guys. Okay, right. Before we come into our exercise, one last example in the corporate world is Marmite. Now, there are 2 people in this entire Sri Lanka. People who like Marmite, people who hate Marmite because they can't stand the smell of Marmite. I am in group number 2. I hate Marmite. Always remember, there is in the world 2 people. People who love Samsung, people who hate Samsung. People who hate Samsung love iPhone. People who love iPhone are not users of Samsung. It's like that. Either you're a fan of Superman or you're a fan of Batman. You can't be the fan of both. Either you love Marmite or you hate Marmite. And you hate Marmite because of the smell. I am a person who hates Marmite. Now, I was figuring out how are they going to actually use Marmite to the next level until I saw Marmite had a campaign called Kottumite to create a campaign that Marmite cannot be only eaten with bread. It can also be eaten with kottu, and they called it Kottumite. Then they told Marmite can be eaten with burgers, and they called it Burgermite. You might think I'm joking, but this is from the advertisements. Marmite created something called Sausagemite. Marmite created something called Hopper's Mite. Marmite created something called Prawns Mite. Marmite created something called Rice Mite. Just imagine the creativity they've been having. I really couldn't buy this. I mean, who eats Marmite with ice cream? You lovers of Marmite, do you really put Marmite with ice cream? Come on, come on, come on. ඔගලන්ගේ හෘද සාක්ෂියට නිකන් එකඟව කතා කරන්න Marmite ice cream එක්ක. I can't. I really can't. You know what? Marmite promoted it. What is my lesson, guys? What is today's topic? Creativity infinite. Just break the rules. Stomach hurts. Just break the rules and just give the damn Marmite. Okay? Give the damn Marmite with Colacanda or Sunquick. The guys who find it unique will definitely do it. Guys, remember last workshop I spoke to you about this ice Milo and all that. Did you ever think that our elders used to drink tea, hot? We used to drink hot coffee. Where did this concept called iced coffee come? Creativity infinite. When the tea becomes less cold, wouldn't your people at home Anna take a nivila? You know today what we do with the tea? Api okata ice cat dala bono, and they call it iced tea, and they freaking charge it at 350, 400, 500 rupees just to take the tea and put ice cubes and give. Guys, bottom line is creativity is unlimited. Creativity is unlimited. Okay, now let's come into my exercise. Everyone keep a I do it with a pen and a paper. Don't need to do it in a pen and a paper. Whatever I'm going to tell you, quickly type it in a Word document. And once you have done the necessity thing, cut and paste it in the chat box for me to see. We have 107 people. This is like a full house. I won't get time to go through all of this, guys. But at least when 3-4 answers are coming, you will know where I'm heading at, right? So how creative am I and how am I creative, right? Okay. Creativity infinite is to actually think out of the box. This is my exercise to make you think out of the box. Let's go into this example. All you see in this in my screen is a pin. I don't know what pin do you call this. We in school days called it paper clips. We did various work with the paper clips. I want my dear Isaacers to take 15-20 seconds and now type in a Word document 10 things which you can do with this and post it in the chat box. Wait till you write 10 things. Let's make it harder. 15 things. You know that you can connect one Alpenet, I don't know what is this called, Alpenet or whatever it is. Let's call it paperclip. You know, we used to connect one paperclip to another paperclip to another paperclip to another paperclip and make a hand bracelet out of this. And like a thug, we go inside the class, you know, like bracelets all around and all. That is one thing you can do. 15 things. Whoever who writes 15 things, post it in my chat box. I'm impressed. Earrings, stand, zipper, fix a zipper rather. Clear a claw guard spray bottle. Create a mini cleaner brush. Hack a smartphone stand. Hang ornaments. Dye Easter eggs. Repair eyeglasses. Keep food fresh. Clip, hook, toothpick, bracelet, conductor, switch, ornament, supporter, bookmark, toy, holder. Collecting papers, keep money organized, good. Find the end of a tape, closing an open package. Good. Ornaments. Okay, good. Someone has said punch. You're going to punch someone with this, or how is it? But I accept it. Remember, I told you, I accept all the ideas. Do not reject ideas. Do not reject the ideas. Clip paper, opening SIM. Yes, bracelet, hair clip. Open SIM tray. Very good. Pinch someone. Ravin. Pinch someone. Okay, right. Dig something. It's like you're planning to do, I don't know, you know, pinch someone, after pinch someone to dig something. Right. Join papers, to scrape your ears. Okay, clip papers, right? Everyone keep your answers, hang on to yours, meaning keep it with you. We are going to do part 2 of this. Binuri, thank you. Opening doors, clip papers. Who is this? Jayani, okay. Susanna, okay. Danula, okay, okay. Shamindi, good. Okay, I'm now running out of messages. Pin of hair. Okay. Right. Everyone who are typing, hold on. Now comes part 2. In my class, I do it in 3 parts. Because I have time, I do it in 3 parts. I'll do it in part 2 and I'll tell you how I do this. I need ideas. I need ideas. It would have definitely taken time to get these ideas from you because there is a reason, there is a block in our mind. Like there is a block in my nose now. There is a block in my mind. What is the block is, this is a pin. This is a pin. What did I say? Paper clip. When I told you paper clip, paper clips we used to have, we go to the bookshop and we make a bracelet out of it, we put chain out of it, that comes into our mind, right? That is because we have thought that this is a paper clip. What is the color of this paper clip? Number 1, this is a paper clip. What is the color? It is silver. That is another mind block. Your mind is getting blocked because you're thinking that this is as it is. Listen to this very carefully while you're typing. We are going to extend our typing at the moment. We are at a mind block because we are thinking that this is a paper clip. Take the idea of paper clip out. Think this is not a paper clip. It's only a shape. Think this is not a paper clip. Think it's only a shape. Think this is not silver. Why are you giving answers like that? Because you are probably thinking this is silver. Think this is brown. Think this is black. Think this is red. Now what are you going to do? Another one, think that it's not iron. This is made out of a very small fact of iron, no? A metal. It's not iron. It's not metal. It's not metal. Think it's not metal. The person who said, I'm going to prick, is a good idea. Now, take that idea to the next level and say, now I will use this because now this is not metal. That's how we have to create ideas. Think this is not that. I told you it's a paper clip. Now I'm telling you, think it's not a paper clip. The paper clip in your mind is silver. Think this is not silver. The paper clip in your mind is iron or metal, and it is small in size. Small in size. Think there is no barrier for the size. List me 20 things you would do if you can scrap what I said now, which means all what I said, you will not take into consideration. It's not a paper clip anymore. It's not silver anymore. It's any color, I think. This is not a paper clip anymore. It's any damn thing what I think. This is not made out of iron. It's made out of anything. Guys, I can make biscuit in this shape. I can make jujubes in this shape. I can make ice palam in this shape. I can make talaguli in this shape. I have given you 4 freaking ideas now. By understanding that this is not this. And I'm telling you, it's not made out of iron and it is not small. It is any size, whatever you want. We are thinking of earring because we have made this paper clip this size. This size now make a earring. Now think this is not this size and give me 20 things. Your time starts now. Change the mind, guys. Change it, change it, change it. We are talking about a book because it is in our mind that it's a book. We are not going to think of it like a book now. That's how Stephen Covey made the 7 habits to go in a pattern and suddenly change into 8 habits when all the people were expecting 7 habits because of this lucky 7. Change the whole game, guys. I'm telling you to change the reverse sweep now. I'm telling you to try a daily scoop now. I'm telling you to change the entire thing. Type me 20 things. You shouldn't be able to struggle now. In my class, I actually write up to 100 things which we can think of using this small paperclip. So what's my mind blocking me off? My mind is blocking me off what I see in front of my eyes. My mind is blocking me off what I see in front of my eyes, because what do I see? I see a paperclip. In my entire life, I have only put papers inside this. වැඩිම වුණොත් bracelet එකක්, වැඩිම වුණොත් chain එකක්, වැඩිම වුණොත් if you bite the two ends of this, it turns into a heart. So I made a clip out of hearts. That's it. I have not thought of making a bun in this shape. I have not thought of making a book rack in this shape. I have not thought of making jujubes in this shape. Biscuits in this shape. An icy chalk in this shape. Why haven't I thought about it? It's because we are living in a mental block. We are thinking as it is. When I used to prepare courses for students, I come out of that thing saying that this is not a course. Then what do I do? Idea for a car, think it's not a car. What would you then do? Come out of the mental block and type me 20 things which you will do. That 20 and the previous 15 should reach up to 35 freaking ideas. And that 35 freaking ideas is just creativity infinite. It doesn't stop. It just goes on. Keep typing it, guys. Continue from where you stop. Keep typing it. Keep typing it. Hurry up. I have maximum 15 minutes for this session. And I hope that you learned a thing or two so far, and you keep learning and you keep practicing this. Few more things for me to teach you, and I'll be done for the day, guys. Let's see who was the first to type the first few items. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. Okay, sit me. You were the first to type me 15 things, sit me. You should be typing the rest fast. Ravin, you are next. Malkit, you. Ravindu, you. Pranavi from Kandy, you. Sachini Ayesha, sorry, Sanduni Ayesha, you. Ravin, you should make it. Tisal, Hasini, Binuri, Jayani, Susanna, Danula, and the list will go on. And I think, okay, I have someone. Okay, Grish. Ravindu, okay. Face mask, logo, eraser. The මේ වෙලාවේ eraser කියලා කිව්වත්, hey, that's a dumb idea, man. Don't එහෙම මුකුත් කියන්න එපා. Eraser can be a beautiful idea, fantastic idea. මම ඇත්තටම කියන්නේ fantastic idea. A cricket bat, a saw, a knife, a bun, a book, a cane, a phone. Thank you, Sachini. Make letters, velvet valve of the heart, right? Very good. Design a door in that shape. Good. Keep putting it, guys. Meanwhile, guys, post it here. Okay, post it here, because some of you guys are posting in the other tab. I kind of can miss it. I'm in 2 devices. Post it in the device which I just typed now. Kitchen items, bat, fence, wheelchair, toys, cloak rack, TV stand, chain. Wow. Ice cream stick. Good. A bike, a chair, a table, a bed, a back cover, a dress. Artificial nail. Awesome. A cake, a chocolate, a plate, a mouse pad, sorry, a skateboard, pen holder, right? Murukku. Murukku, good idea. Why not Murukku? Wire, coil, clay, cycle lock, candy, chair, tray, shape cutter, mic. Mic is very good. Ornament, cookie. Guys, see how it's building on. Are you enjoying this exercise, guys? It's just making you think of what you have been earlier thinking in your mind as something which is streamlined. You're changing the patterns of what you're thinking. We all of us have a wavelength of how much we can think. Those great thinkers are thinking different because they are coming beyond that wavelength. They are trying to be beyond that wavelength. I'm telling you, out of many ways, one successful way, which I have practically learned and practically tried, one successful way of how do you actually come out of that? Perfume bottle, shoes, thank you, Sitmi, clothes, building structure, cake, structure, TV stand, phone design. Fantastic, guys. Guys, 117 people, house full. This is amazing answers. You know, what do I do in classes? I show them, I did it in 2 stages. I actually make it harder and I do it in 3 stages. And I first of all make it very hard for people to come out with their first 20 ideas. I make it very hard. They take a long time. I very patiently just sit and wait. I very patiently sit and I purposely show how much time they took. The second set comes faster, the third set comes faster. You won't believe, within few minutes, I can gather 100 ideas. And that 100 ideas is what companies today want. They want ideas. They will pay you for these ideas. This is the creativity idea of how do you make creativity infinite? It's unlimited. Brush holder, noodles, candy, partition. Would you believe, guys, I have almost 25 students here who have participated and written almost 20 different things here. Already, guys, we have created more than 500 ideas here. Just imagine 100 of students here come out with about 50 ideas each. Okay, 50 ideas, 500, 5,000. We are going to have 5,000 ideas to implement. Tell that 1,000 ideas are repetitive there. At least 4,000 good ideas are there. Do you know why every market is suffering when they don't have creative ideas? They think through too mainstream. They don't see how do they come out of the box. Only thing is they know that there is something called think out of the box. Everyone knows that. You know it, I know it, we all know it. We all have heard that many times. But what is this out of the box? This is that out of the box. This is that. You're working in a bank and you're asked to sell a credit card in a creative way. Think that that is not a credit card. That's it. Think it's not a credit card. That's simply it. So guys, thank you very much for participating in this. We are running out of time. We are going to the next one. I'll just tell you the quick story on this. This is a slipper, a rubber slipper. You see a rubber slipper. You see a rubber slipper. But after understanding that creativity is infinite, you have to see more than the rubber slipper. You have to see beyond the rubber slipper. Thank you, Minula. You have to see beyond the rubber slipper. Would you believe that these rubber slippers have created infinite ideas like this, like this, like this, and like this, This is a project of an MBA student in a university which won an entrepreneurial award. He said, people go to the bar and they like to sit like this. ඒ වෙලාවේ පොඩි කලර්ස් එකක් තියෙනවා when you take a beer bottle and break it. ASA, there were a lot of people who were against it also. They were like, you know, there is problem in the cleanliness and a lot of questions were there. I agree. But remember, guys, there is no bad ideas. Everyone has an idea. Everyone has a good idea. Don't put anyone aside. Don't insult anyone just because his idea is crap or stupid. Take the idea, embrace it, develop the idea to the next level. Who knows, it might work. Who knows, it might work. Always, we don't think, guys, that shoes are dirty, slippers are dirty. No, it's not like that. In a country like Singapore, you wear a new shoe and go in the road. At the end of the place you're going to wear, your shoe will be still clean. It just depends on where you are, how you're going to use it. So the cleanliness was actually not a problem, though it was a valid point. Whether cleanliness will be a problem. So this is a person who actually collected all dirty shoes and slippers. All dirty shoes like this and slippers. You know what did this person do? You will see maybe dirty slippers. Rubber, dirty slippers. Keep rubber out of your mind. Keep slipper out of your mind. Keep this size out of your mind. Imagine what we can do. I can give you an exercise to guys do this, but it will take time. You know what did they do in Kenya? They took all this and put it in a basin and start washing it, scrubbing it. Nicely scrubbed it, nicely scrubbed it. And they saw the difference of the brightness of the slippers, what they were using. They started to make children's toys. For the guy who thinks this is only a rubber slipper, this will only be a rubber slipper. For the person who thinks this is only a rubber slipper, this is only a rubber slipper. For the person who thinks this is not a rubber slipper, this is not a rubber slipper. For him, this is not a rubber slipper. He will do anything he wants with that idea. This is how they do it, guys. So guys, this is a particular outlet in Kenya who is trying all this. Okay. So this little company in Kenya, they make toys like this. Don't complain with life, just be creative. Okay, I'm going to end this up in a couple of slides, guys. This is a very creative ad used by Burger King. Again, creativity was quite good. There is a person who used this particular ad to show that here is proof that you need a home with a garage. You don't have one, I can get you one. Give me a call. So if all the companies are saying that they started in a small scale, and a small scale garage, he said, I can create a garage for you if you want to start your business from a garage. Creativity is never ending, guys. When one person started Burger King, another person in an area called Tiharia started something called Burka King. Okay. Creativity is, guys, like this. This is an impressive advertisement of Adidas. Okay. The same Adidas logo to give a clear message. Have you ever thought about Melbourne having Mari in this flavor? Impressive. Faluda Mari. Guys, I'm going to take maximum another 5 minutes. Question. My last question, ending up question. How would you send your CV to your employer? Think Creative Infinite. Now think Creative Infinite and have it in your mind. We don't have time to actually get the answers, but if you would like, you can type something in the screen for me to read while I'm chatting with you. It was amazing, guys, to take you through some glimpse of the aspect of creativity. It was really amazing, guys, to be with all you youngsters. I hope you learned a thing or two. I'm going to share with you something where someone had done in thinking out of the box with regarding to their CV. These days, finding a job is key. How you do it, it depends on how people's creativity is. There is a very interesting story of a guy who made his CV, and with his CV, he sent a box of donuts. a box of donuts. This guy got a CV. He sent his CV with donuts, and he said in a message there, most resumes end up in trash. Athani, there is one opportunity, one seat. There are 500 people going to apply. 100, 200, 300 CVs are going to the trash. Most resumes end up in trash, but mine will end up in your belly. And he gave this. Do you think he was not called for this company? Do you think so? He was definitely called. I don't know how many of you all know about this particular entrepreneur. He is the co-founder of PickMe and YoHoBed and Dishwave or something, I can't remember. He's been part of about starting up about 15, 20 companies, including ChiaMyTeam.com and many things, Fatih. Once he and I was working in a particular company. Before we worked, it was a company called AC Nielsen. I don't know how many of you all know about AC Nielsen. It's a multinational research company. It's my first job, which I did. I worked 5 years on marketing research there. Fatih told me that he wants to apply. I said, fine. I took his CV. Guess what was the color of his CV? He gave me his CV in blue paper, blue color, not white. Gatta Gaman, what did I say? Are you nuts? Who sends a CV in white? Who sends a CV in blue? Can you like make it in white and send it to me back? I'll take a printout and I'll give it. You know, what did he do? He said, no. You put this blue CV in the lot and see how the response is. So we gave it to the HR, and you won't believe the HR said, we got 250 CVs for one position and only one person was called for that job. And that was Fatih, my friend. And they were discussing, who the hell is this guy? Who the hell does he think he is to send a CV like that? It is wrong what he's done. Call that fellow for an interview. Like going to punish him. Call that bugger for an interview. Let's clarify why he has done this. Guys, why am I telling you this is in most instances, you guys may be good speakers. You can impress someone. You can impress. But the most difficult thing is to be called to impress. Impressing someone at that time is easy. Being called to impress is very hard. So getting into the cadre of calling for the interview is the most hardest. They tried creative aspect like this. This is a guy who I really adore and I love and I really talk about, and I really like this guy. I'm just telling you a few things with regarding to what he basically did. Guys, thank you very much. I'm utmost grateful for having me here. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on YouTube for marketing content. This is my Instagram page, which you can follow me. I've also started certain things on TikTok. My last one before the last video on TikTok was on orange juice marketing. I also talked about entrepreneurship and how families support or don't support entrepreneurship during a workshop done with some of you guys. That's basically it, guys. I thank you profusely for giving me this opportunity and being part of this entire thing. Time is up. I hope you learned a thing or two to take for your life, to take for others, share it with others. Whatever you have learned, just share it with all love and care to others so that you can change someone's life and probably make that person to do better. By following these principles, I myself am thinking better now. I'm speaking better. I'm looking at things better. And I've changed my life a lot. So guys, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for such a great session. I guess the very first session of our series and the very last session is delivered by you, and both turned out to be very amazing and very engaging. So I guess the takeaway from today's session is creativity is the key to stand out the crowd, regardless of whatever field we choose to be. So thank you so much again. That was Indikab Zafar, the Chief Operating Officer of International Medical Campus and the Senior Lecturer for Entrepreneurial Studies. Along with that, I would like to extend my greatest gratitude on behalf of our organizing committee to all our delegation for showing so much of energy and enthusiasm throughout the series right from the start. We have like 118 participants in the very last session till the very last minute. That's really a great thing to have you all as our delegates and to appreciate your participation and engagement throughout the series. We have special gifts and surprises planned for you guys, so stay tuned and join us with the National Marketing Day, which is on June 23rd. And also make sure you order for the t-shirt so that you can proudly wear it and say that you are a storyteller and you are part of this great initiative. Make sure you order everything before the 25th and also fill the forms accordingly so that we can deliver you the t-shirts as soon as possible. Again, thank you, Mr. Indikab. And with the rituals, let's take our photos.